Hey, good morning. Man, look at the day God gave us. Thank you. I'm grateful for today. I really am. Think about that right there. My grandfather sat in the courtroom and just watched the Brown versus Board trial. He was a lawyer, a judge. He just happened to be on the school board. Half a win and is showing up. He just happened to be there. It's like David Banks. He's always telling me, just shut up, get elected, get your legs under the table. Man, I'll bet this is good real estate right here. 435. Might rent that for Doug Billings. With Constitution Hall being right there, there's such a beautiful story behind Constitution Hall. And I'll tell you something. You go down in the basement and you can channel the energy of the Underground Railroad. I mean, you can just think of people down there hiding, huddling up, worrying about their life. A lot of history right there with Constitution Hall. Good morning. So I was sleeping on that Citizens Committee. Well, the thought of it. And it takes me right back out to Lawrence Bay. How that everybody could have been engaged over the last decade of that thing just sitting out there floundering. Silence is consent. And you know, one thing I didn't really bring up last night, it was late. Is the pond repair. Do you know that there's over $1.3 million in pond repair? And I might have gone over it. It was late. But then they also put specials for the pond repair on lots that were in arrears for back taxes. Now, I can't think of anything more irresponsible than that. And somebody needs to speak up and say, hey, they haven't paid their taxes now. They owe us taxes. We can't put specials on properties that aren't current with their taxes. But I think that just shows you how corrupt or just stupid. And you know something? I think it's stupid more than corrupt. Stupidity then turns into the appearance of construction. Or corruption. See if I can cross this light without getting hit. Good morning. And I think the fact that the stupidity issue is being an issue right now makes it even worse for all of us. Because that means for the last decade, we've been putting the wrong people in office. Well, I was in this yesterday. You can't believe how this thing just shows so much better demoed. Oh, and speaking of showing better demoed, go down to Home Depot and look at that land without the hotel on it. And then drive out to Topeka Boulevard by KTA and think about the Travelers. It would have been better demoed. But here's the thing, what the massage boy, Tim, the massage man, forgets to think about is what the economic development money was originally earmarked for. And getting land shovel ready was what the whole project was originally started from with Yes Topeka. I think what it will take to get elected is you'll have to go back, you'll have to really sit down and write a book about everything. You give a reference guide, proof of life, proof of non-payment of taxes. Oh, here's a doozy right here. This is a doozy. The taxpayers paid $1 million in rent for this. $1 million in rent for a failed project that they decided to repackage, warm it up, take it from the back burner to the front burner, and move it over to the AT&T building for a $9.5 million sinkhole. But when they were selling this deal, they go Topeka, Molly Howie. What was the guy with the bow tie? Matt Pavarnak. When they were selling that, this was the best thing since white sliced bread because it was downtown. It was by the Evergy Plaza. It's by the coffee shop. Of course, it's by the now the recipient of $9.5 million. But just because you put in a restaurant doesn't mean you get $9.5 million. You know, the most fun part of getting elected is if you point out the truth and you do this and you do that. Well, wait a minute, you did this, you did that. Well, that doesn't matter today. I've never been an elected official. It's my job to try to get my clients deals. $1 million in rent just evaporated. Man, I see RHID there, baby. That's a housing project. Live down here, go to all the cool events. Dismount. A lot of people don't dismount. Saw a cop riding on the street the other day. Gotta lead by example, coppa. Okay, here we go. I had to make a video tonight at about 10 o'clock. Sold a condo up there. Cheryl Shepard helped make a video of it. Thank you, Cheryl. I love your attitude. You got chickens now. Wherever you live, you got chickens. Oh, that was cute. Wonder how much rent that. I wonder how much rent that pays. That guy ought to donate that to the cause based on how much money he owns. He's one of the Lawrence Bays guy right there. I'll have to double check the numbers, but I think Go Topeka rents pays $278,000 in rent to be the big shots. So here's what people really don't understand about the real estate deals. Is with the NGO controlling who gets the economic development incentives, all the leads go there. So all the deals, the real estate leads go there, and then they dole them out. You know, if it would change if it was lawyers. If they were the consulting firm for all lawyers, and any legal case came into town, well, they dole out what lawyer got it. Well, then it would change. But we've got 750 people that are member of the Board of Realtors, Sunshine Connection, Sunshine Board of Realtors. They can manage leads. They should distribute the leads amongst the real estate, their agents, members, licensed real estate brokers, developers, anybody that wants to be on the list, that wants to know the leads. It shouldn't be pay to play. My opinion. Hey, I'm going down to Julie's to have coffee. I heard that building got painted down there. Gotta go look at that later. What would be nice if we could get the owner of this on a case-by-case basis, start gutting the buildings. You know, taking apart the building and gutting it and cleaning it up, you find out if it's even worthy of staying. I mean, some of these buildings down here, they might not even be worth being erect. But we got nothing going on down here. This guy right here, he's been waiting. How long have you been waiting here to get these projects done? He said he's waiting on Lawrence Bay to get all the taxes paid. But what you guys don't know how to deal with these people. You get the really rich people to pay their way. That's why you got to change the way you're doing things. In the free market, we get rich people to make deals and spend their own money. Now this looks like it might be all gutted, ready to go. Let's see. Well, that doesn't look move-in ready, but you know, the number one way to get leads is signs. But he's got Go Topeka as basically his real estate company. Man, now that's a luxury. To be able to have every lead, access to every lead that comes in. Oh, and that whole gymnastics about Project Bimbo or Sleeping Giant or whatever they call them, that's all bull. But hey, let's talk about that for a minute. Because you could do the same thing for the hotel. Let's say we got 5 people out there looking at the hotel. Well, just give them one of their secret code names that Molly has. But we should be doing the hotel completely in the public eye. All the meetings, where the deferred maintenance are going. We can talk about each prospect with the code name. But we're the sellers. Think about it. If you rent in Topeka, Kansas, part of your rent's going to real estate taxes. If you buy a soda or a bottled water, part of your sales tax goes to operate Topeka. So that hotel basically is bought with the operating money of the town. It's put a huge burden. But what it really does more than anything, it shows the overreach of our government. Hi, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. I think I sold the land north of you to the Orthodox Church. I'm working on it. Working on it right now. Bobby Blackburn is on. She's one of the owners of Blackburn Nursery. I've always loved this view right here. As your mayor, I want to be the guy that works with the dome. You know, I should be spending 90% of my time working with the state of Kansas. We got to make sure we got to work closer with the state. Oh, wow, I just remembered I got a 10 o'clock meeting over there. I got a lot to talk about with the paper. Guess I probably have to go home and shower up for that meeting. Well, I've reached my destination. See if they got... Nope, they don't have my chairs out. I'm going to have to move the chairs out. I'm live.